Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. Bleak left the caverns and went to Northport, where she ended up fleeing authorities back to Westport, then met with her recently reincarnated uncle.
Say, uncle?
He says, Pleak, I'm surprised you recognize me.
We met Oriet Alec Holland, whose home forest had recently been destroyed, to make way for a new and more conveniently located Donnie Dragonslayer's retail outlet. So we went to Arabane and found the owner of said establishment.
You walk inside and little Ronnie Dragonslayer runs up to you and greets you and says, Hello, customer, lovely to see you. How are you doing today? Can I offer you some dragon hunting supplies?
I would like to hit him with my quarterstaff.
And was soon arrested on suspicions of murder and quickly sentenced to death.
Man, this my attorney was shit.
He was locked up with a bunch of kitsune until the day of his execution. With help with several of the kitsune he freed, he was able to escape his fate, but was separated from his ape companion Caesar. So he decided to team up with their secret organization, the Velox, started making plans for another jailbreak. Juan and Kit swam into Catone and hung out at the local tavern.
Alright, I've waited for a long time to say this. You head to the Crusty Seaman.
They sat around and drank and gambled most of the day, and Kit learned some valuable lessons.
This is my first time at a tavern.
I know. Look, when I do this, you should just let me talk.
Okay. I'm still learning.
Oh, Kit.
Before teaching Juan one of his own.
I mean, we've been to, 4 places now, and, no one cares about
Well, gee, if you're gonna build up a resistance against Arabane, why don't you just go to Arabane where the resistance is? Don't you know about the Velox?
Kid, I asked you about this resistance when we were in
Well, the first rule of the Velox is that you're not supposed to talk about the Velox.
Now, Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
Okay, so I guess let's saunter up to a table, and what kind of things do they have there?
Alright, so a couple of sailors are playing a game called Sink or Swim. I'm gonna roll a d12, and you get to roll 2 d6s, and if you beat the number that I roll on my d12, you get 2 times whatever you bet.
Okay. 20?
Okay, you bet 20 gold?
Yeah.
Alright, you roll 2 d6s.
5, 3.
So I rolled an 11, so you lose 20 gold.
Seems dumb.
Do it again.
Kid gets to roll also, though, because he also bet 20 gold.
Not of his own money.
Roll for Kit. Roll away.
4, 6, 10.
So still no.
20 gold.
So you're losing 20 gold still.
Oh, so he rolls against that 11?
Yeah, it was the same game. It wasn't a new game. You guys like to play again?
Yep, we'll do it again.
Alright, I rolled an 8.
1, 5.
So you lose 20 gold, but then Kit can roll also if you want.
4, 6, 10.
So he wins. So he gets 40 gold. So you basically just break even.
You didn't lose any money.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is fun. I really like gambling. Gambling and drinking are fun. Let's keep doing this forever. I never want to stop gambling or drinking. Is this what adventuring is? I like adventuring a lot.
No.
Gee, Uncle Rick.
Oh, this kid. I gotta take him home. This is not good. I don't like him. Is there a place for us to stay in this place? What time of day is it?
It's evening now, but they don't really have an inn or anything here. They have a barracks and a public bath for 1 gold. You maybe pay a gold and fall asleep in a tub. But there's no inn or hotel or anything.
How far of a journey would it be back to the reservoir?
10 hours.
What?
Let me see.
This distance is 10 hours.
Oh, no. You're just going to walk right there. I thought you meant to where you came to the other side. Just from to that side there, 4. 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours.
Where's Dude Man?
I think you mean Al Jetsam. But Al Jetsum's the guy that's watching your stuff. And that's around the top part, the north side of the reservoir, which is where I thought you were walking to. So I thought you were going to go all the way around the reservoir. But you could probably just cross the rivulet if you have some sort of boat or a bridge or...
I mean, how long, if it's evening, how long would it take us to get back there if there's not a place for us to be? I made, a little safe place at the reservoir, which we could sleep
Yeah, and there's, you can go back to the old summer camp where there were tents and stuff set up. Like I said, the hard part is you have to go all the way around the reservoir to get there, unless you have a way to cross that rivulet. You guys could swim again. I mean, Kit can't swim.
Stupid Kit can't swim. That's shade.
So you can like get there and then cast water breathing, and then drag him across or something, and then
It's gonna end up being like
that would save you. That would save you some time, and then you'd be at the camp a lot faster.
Summon a.
Do what now?
If you like casted water breathing and just drug him across the water, like then you would get there a lot faster instead of having to walk all the way around the reservoir.
Be a hell of a swim check for her.
Yeah, and strength to pull him.
Can't summon anything for him to ride.
Yeah, if you summoned horses, that would cut your time down a lot, and cut down your incident percentage chance down a lot.
I mean, if I do the 2 horses, then I don't have a dolphin or anything. Well,
If you do the 2 horses, you can just ride around the reservoir. And you don't need a dolphin.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
All right, you summon 2 horses.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, neat. I've never ridden a horse before. This should be fun.
Oh boy. And he's drunk.
Some kid breaks his neck.
Well, alright. Okay. I have, I've got lockcraft as a skill, and I think I have rope or something.
Are you gonna make a seatbelt for Kit?
Yes, I am.
You're putting a seatbelt on a horse? All right, horse with seat. You gonna put an airbag on it too?
No, I just don't want...
Liz literally became the first ever Ralph Nader of D&D. Like, the Nader Raiders of D&D has just really happened. The seatbelt...
Drunk driving's okay as long as you're wearing a seatbelt. That's the lesson I'm getting from this. I got it. He's drunk, but he's wearing a homemade seatbelt. Sounds very safe. I'm sure that will protect him from any harm.
It's like murder my nephew on accident while he's drunk.
I get that.
Playing with him, like...
So which path do you take back to the camp? Do you go around the reservoir, or do you try to cross the rivulet and the horses? I mean, you swam through it before. You think the horses probably could cross it.
They can?
You would think so. I mean, it's moving water, but it's not, just like horses crossing a river. It's not, they can do it. It's not very deep.
Well, which is the most direct route? That's kind of what I'm
Over
going
the
for.
rivulet is the most direct route.
I want to get back to Hal.
So yeah, just head straight north over the rivulet on your horses.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
When you get to the rivulet, I need you and Kit to both roll ride checks, though.
Oh, Kit, he's gonna drown. My sister's gonna be so angry. She's gonna kill me.
She's old.
She's old.
I don't want to have to murder my twin, though.
You're not murdering him.
I know, but if you fail this ride check... Okay, 17 and 6, so...
So you're fine. And you can roll Kit's if you want. He doesn't get any bonus. He's a plus 0.
Well, Kit is 17 then.
Okay, Kit 17.
Assistance, like,
He's able to make it over just barely. But he's able to hold on. He's like, whoa, this is crazy. My feet got wet.
Oh. This kid's so frustrating. I have to get rid of him. And then, ooh, I'm 13.
Total?
Yeah.
Alright, so you fall off your horse into the river. And Kit's like, oh no, Antoine, I'll save you. And he leaps off his horse into the water to try and save you.
No, he's, seat belted onto his horse. He can't get off.
Okay, so he's just like, you're right. So he's like, he tried to leap off, but instead he's just hanging off the side.
Get back on your horse, Kit.
I can't, I'm hanging off the side. I'm stuck like this. I can't move. I'm dangling from the side of the horse.
Brian.
Help, Antoine.
Brian.
Yeah.
Let me.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack the horse on the ass so that it runs out of the river.
Alright, you smack the horse on the ass. It runs out of the river.
Stop. Has to wait for me.
You smacked on the ass. It's gonna keep running. You can roll a swim check to get out of the water and get back on your horse.
No gust of wind to knock Kit back on his horse. You could easily...
So, Brian, I got 13 on my swim check.
Alright, so the water's moving kind of fast and you're having trouble getting back to your horse. And Kit's riding off into the distance now. He's now about 100 feet away.
So, speaking of animals, I'm just gonna get the horse to stop and, come back to the river bank.
The one that was running away?
Yeah.
Alright, you cast that and you yell stop, and the horse stops. And then what?
I wanted it to
Come
turn
back?
around and come back.
Alright, you tell the horse to come back. It turns around and comes back. Kit is still
Well,
dangling from the side, going, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whatever. Right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, so while the horse is like trotting back, I want to swim check again because I need to get like out
Yep.
of the river. So 15.
All right, that's enough to get to the edge of the river. You're prone, but you're just to the edge of the water now.
Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna climb out.
All right.
And get to the river.
You climb out.
I'm wet again.
Yeah, you're super wet and pissed. You're now near the summer camp.
Okay.
So there are some
where's the
dilapidated
horse?
tents, an old shack. The horse is coming back, so the horse is close to you now, and your other horse is still standing in the
What about
river.
my horse?
Standing in the river.
What the hell? Why would it not get out of the river?
You didn't tell it to.
Oh. Can I like whistle to it or whatever and
Yeah,
talk to it?
sure. It'll come over.
Alright.
Summoned it.
Sylvan. Boop.
All right.
This way. Okay. So can I hop back on the horse and we're gonna like...
Yeah, you can hop back on the horse. Do you help Kit get back up, or do you leave him dangling?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna put him back up, right?
Or you sit him back up like he's supposed to sit on a seat? And he
Yeah.
says, "That was close. I sure am glad I didn't fall off that horse. That seatbelt was a great idea."
Yeah, I know. Well, Kit, I think you need to remember that you're supposed to be doing what you're told and not like making these kinds of decisions, you know? So
It's
when
like, I just
say
want,
don't
I just
get
wanted to help.
I know.
You look
I
like you
know.
were in trouble. I want to be a hero.
That's not you, hero. Saving me from the water is not heroic. In this instance. Maybe in the future will be. Anyway, let's find somewhere dry and safe to sleep tonight. We're gonna find our friend Hal and all of the stuff that we left with him because, I mean, we were going underwater, so I left like
Ink
a
and
lot
pens
of
and
things.
journal. Kit left his journal there too. So
What?
Kit left his secret journal there too. His diary.
Ooh.
But yeah, you can ride to where that was in that thicket where you hid all that stuff.
Yeah, and since we have that thicket as like a thing, I wanted us to sleep in the thicket like little foxes.
Okay, you guys hide in the thicket and sleep. It's safe.
It's safe.
Yeah, it's safe.
Well,
I mean, it's pretty close to the water.
Genevieve-
Owl will protect you, and so will the thicket. It's pretty thick growth. Are you guys still in Kitsune form, though?
Yeah, we were. But I guess maybe it's not safe to sleep out in the open like that. Which I would remember from Stupid trying to shoot us. So I'm going to say, Kit, it's probably safe for us to not sleep as Kitsune in case there's more racist hunters that want to kill us. I'm going to say hello to Hal, I guess.
Alright, he swims to the surface of the water with his crazy face mask on and nods at you and waves.
What's up, buddy? Hey, thank you for watching our stuff.
Says, well, it's no harder than watching this clutch full of eggs, so...
I know. Have you thought of another way that I could help? Kind of help.
Says,
you?
your overgrowth is, you know, hopefully that will help some. I haven't thought of any other ways you can help. It says you've already done a whole lot.
Okay, well, let me know. You know I'm here to help. So.
We appreciate all that you do for us.
Alright, whatever. We're gonna go to sleep then.
Okay, you sleep in the thicket. While you are sleeping in the thicket, in the middle of a night, a tiny humanoid fox, it's not a kitsune though.
What's a humanoid fox if it's not a kitsune?
It's not a kitsune. It looks more fox-like than human-like, but it still stands upright, and it wears clothes, but it just looks like a walking fox more than it does like a fox person.
Okay.
But in the middle of the night while you're sleeping, he sneaks up to you and tucks something into your pack.
Okay.
This can either be a hero point, or you can roll a d6 for it to be a random item.
Well, I'm gonna roll.
Okay, roll.
Because I have a hero point. So,
So roll for your
5?
holiday item. 5. You get a pair of sandals called Dryad sandals.
Okay.
So like tree sandals.
Yeah, they're really cool, actually.
Got some flippy floppies, yep.
Yeah, you got flippy floppies for Christmas. Their sandals seem to be woven from grass and vines and leaves, but they seem to be alive still. They have the parts that are made of bark. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to go to Jacques. I haven't said Jacques in so long, I almost forgot how to say it. I go to Jacques, who whenever you arrived in Galbraith with your sister, you immediately, per usual, went invisible because she was recognized by someone, an old college friend, and started gossiping, and you, of course, had no interest in this. You right away went on to your own business.
I'm in Vishkanyan form.
Yeah, you look like a Vishkanyan, correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus invisible. You're Vishkanyan, invisible, and you're, walking around the city of Galbraith, which is a large college town. Not a whole lot there. There's some art and some food, but it's mostly just a college town. It's where, your sister went to college, which is probably why she's talking to an old friend or whatever. But you would also know this is the island that you are from, and that your home is west of here, and the city that you learned to all your ninja skills and stuff in, that you spent your time as a criminal, is also west of here, a city called Arubane. And there's a guild of ninja kitsune there called the Velox that you grew up and you were part of. That's where you learned all of your skills as a young kitsune.
Okay. Can I do a perception check to see if my sister left me anything? Did she just take off?
Well, you can see her. She's talking to a friend. You just have no interest, and you hate this town. You go do your own thing.
Yeah, I want to go head to my ninja guild.
All right, so you head towards Arubane. Yeah, to reconnect with the Velox. Because you have family there, too. Your twin brother, actually, was in the Velox. And whenever you left to go get Juan and went on this adventure that made you disappear for 50 years, he stayed behind. So your twin is probably still there, 50 years older, but possibly there. At least you think so, and you want to go looking for him, of course, as well.
Yes.
So you head to Arubane. You can head through the forest or around the forest. The forest that you have to walk through is your home forest, though, where you grew up. As a child. Yeah. You know that in the center of it is where l'Antre du Renard is, which is the kitsune town where you grew up before you moved out. It's very rural. It's not a whole lot going on there. It's just tree houses and kitsunes, and didn't interest you.
It sounds like a good spot to make camp for the night if I make it there.
Yeah, you can make it all the way to l'Antre du Renard. Because when you enter the forest, it's a very peaceful forest. It's very tranquil. Most of the animals there are just small game animals. You can just either set up a tent somewhere in the woods, or you can head towards l'Antre du Renard.
I'll head there.
All right, so you head towards l'Antre. You find it surrounded by a thicket of thorns, which you remember as a child was something that they always did to protect the village. It's probably some sort of magic druidic thorns.
I use acrobatics to climb a tree and see if I can hop.
Yeah, roll me an acrobatics check. Yeah.
I got 20.
Yeah, you're able to climb a tree. It looks like a pretty big jump over it, so you might have to roll a dex to land it safely, but...
Okay. Why not? Roll another acrobatics?
Yeah, to tuck and roll out of it so you don't hurt your foot or anything.
Okay. That is a 19.
Alright, that's good enough too. So you climb this tree, you dive off of a limb over the thorns, and tuck and roll out of it. Nothing more than a little bit of dust and sticks on you and stuff, but no bruises, no injuries.
Can I get the dust off me so it doesn't show my invisible image?
Yeah, you dust off the place where it was showing where your shoulders were, and return to invisible. But
I'm on to you, Brian.
Yeah. All right, roll me a perception check.
18.
You see the gathering circle, like the social area for kitsune, for this neighborhood, kind of where all the town activity occurs, because besides homes, they have their little treehouse they live in, but everything else takes place, and they have little underground dens, some of them they live in.
Okay.
But everything else happens at this gathering circle, all the drinking, all the school, all the meals, all the debates, all the fights. And when you arrive, you see that there's a large gathering of kitsune there dancing and celebrating.
Okay, can I transform back into my normal kitsune form while it's invisible? And can I roll a knowledge local to see if I recognize anyone?
Yeah.
Would that work?
Yeah, sure. Or perception would also work.
Yeah, let's do perception. I'll do perception. That's a 27.
A lot of these people look familiar, but you also know that's because everyone here is related. There are people here that look similar to your cousins, but this is 50 years later, and they're like little kids, so that can't still be them. But you assume this is just children of people that you grew up with, but they do look familiar.
Bunch of inbred kitsune, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all stoopy tards. They're going to be rednecks. I'm going to take off my ring.
All right.
And, hide it in my hidden pocket in my cloak.
All right.
And go up to them.
All right, you go up to them. They're all dancing around the circle around a fire.
And I'm just going to start dancing with them.
All right. You start dancing with them. From behind you, you hear a laugh.
I'm gonna turn. See who it is.
It's your sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rose!
Yeah, she seems happy to see you. She seems 50 years older. Jacques, I'm so surprised to see you. I didn't think you'd ever come back here.
Oh, how could I forget about you? Look at you. You aged so beautifully.
She says, oh, thanks. I really appreciate that. I'm Din Mother now.
Dead mother? Wow. Didn't see that happening with you.
No. Whenever you and Joanne left, I went on an adventure searching for the two of you, but I came up empty-handed. I ended up stuck on Hero's Tomb for a long time before I made my way back here.
Hero's Tomb, can you refresh my memory with Hero's Tomb?
Oh, it's an island south of here, very treacherous. No one dares go there. I only ended up there by mistake.
How'd that happen?
It says I was on a ship searching for you and Juan, and we got caught by a storm and I shipwrecked there.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah,
But now you're
I only
good now.
survived thanks to some tree giants, but...
Tree giants. What were their names?
Says, she made friends with a wood giant named Melbourne.
Okay. If I ever run into Melbourne, I'll be sure to give him my graces.
He says, that the giant saved my life and helped me build a ship so I could come home.
I owe him one.
Says, yeah. And then I returned here and...
Look at this boomstick. I go boom now.
Says, back up to your old tricks, huh?
You know me.
Says, that's why I didn't think you were ever going to come back.
Well, I found myself back over these ways, and I needed to lay low for a while. You know I'm the mischievous one.
She says, you always were the black sheep of the family. She says, well, feel free to sleep here for the evening, and but I wouldn't stick around long. She says, there are still some old folks that live here who don't think too kindly of you after what happened before you left.
Okay. Well, can I stay with you tonight? What was it?
I guess so. You'll have to sleep with my son Kit in a bed in his room, if you don't mind.
Fucking kid.
I don't mind. I would like to meet this nephew of mine.
All right. Well, I'll show you the way. You know which treehouse is mine, right?
If I remember correctly.
It's the big one. I'm the Din Mother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's find the biggest treehouse.
Okay.
All right. Maybe I'll
Bye-bye.
see you later tonight. I've got to get to this dance.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Sleep well.
Let's get brunch in the morning or something. It's been a
Says you should probably be gone before brunch.
Okay. I will. I'll leave at the first sign of light.
All right. You head to the biggest treehouse, and you head inside, and inside is a 18, 19-year-old kitsune playing with one of his friends, like wrestling, with like another similarly aged kitsune.
I'm gonna sit there in silence and watch them wrestle for a second.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Touchy.
So yeah, they wrestle for a moment, and then after fighting for a while, they become tired and stop for a breather, and then look up and jump. Oh my gosh, mister, you really scared me. Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Were you watching us wrestle for a long time? That's kind of creepy.
I'm your Uncle Jacques.
Oh, that
And
makes a lot of sense
I
then.
thought he got over on you a couple of times. Maybe I could show you a thing or two about escaping from blocks.
Yeah, show me. I would love to learn some moves. I would one day want to be an adventurer. Show me a move.
We're gonna need more lube.
Here, spit on my palm. Can I show him like how to escape from like someone gets you like in a headlock or something?
Yeah,
I can like train him.
yeah.
Alright.
Roll me an escape artist check.
Which is stupid high. 18. 28.
So yeah, you show him how to slip a headlock. He's really impressed. Wow, you're really good at getting out of headlocks. Show me how to do that move.
Okay, so I want to grab him
All right.
and explain to him how to do it.
I'm still stuck. Maybe you could hold my neck a little looser or something. I'm having a hard time.
I tighten it. I was like, if you want to be an adventurer, no, let's go.
Ow,
Easy on
that
you.
really hurts. I don't know if I can do this, Uncle Jock.
Okay, I'll let him go.
You're really good at that. You're a good headlocker.
Okay.
Where did you learn those cool moves?
And I'm gonna explain to him that I'm where I learned them from
So you tell him about the Velox?
Yeah.
All right, you tell him about the Velox and how you left the town and went to the city and joined the Velox and turned to a life of crime and mischief. That sounds like a lot of fun. I don't think my mom will ever let me leave here.
didn't let me either. I just did it.
You give really good advice. I like you, Uncle Jock. If you want, you can. My room's in the back. If you want to sleep there for the night, I think I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. We're gonna maybe go get into some mischief, just like you would want us to.
Okay, but if your mom asks.
Yeah, I didn't hear it from you.
Okay.
Thanks, cool Uncle Jock.
Sense moto.
Yeah.
Lie to me.
Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
Yeah. You sense like he wouldn't lie to you, but maybe you would want to threaten him with violence, something that you'd have, hold something over his head so that he wouldn't tell his mom. Like, if you tell her, I'm going to.
If you tell your mom, I won't let you out of that headlock next time.
Okay, Uncle Jock. It's a deal. And then he runs off with his...
I will make you spit on my palm. You don't want to know what happens next.
He does not. So he runs off with his friend, and you can have his room to sleep in.
And I'm going to open up the I guess I'm going to run out and be like, you two stay out of trouble. Cover my ass.
Yeah.
Let's check. 13, so I probably sounded super sarcastic.
Yeah. Wink, wink. But yeah.
Wink.
Hopefully his mom's too busy at the dance to hear any of this anyway.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm gonna hit the hay.
Alright, you hit the hay. Hay is being hit. You wake up, and Rose is there. I made you this tea. It should heal any ailments you have, make you feel refreshed and not fatigued, and it'll help you get, on your feet and out of here faster. She says, and I also wanted you to have this. And now you get to choose between a hero point or rolling for a random item.
I'll roll for the random item.
Alright, roll me a D4. 2. You get a cowardly crouching cloak.
Okay.
Your sister says, I thought you would want this. I think it would suit you.
What's it do?
Well, it's just a normal gray hood. At least it kind of looks that way. But it can cover your entire face. And as a move action, which is how people talk in this world, as a move action, you can cover your face and drop to a huddling crouch. Anyone trying to attack you when you do this must make a DC 11 will save. Kind of like the Sanctuary spell. Whenever you're crouching, you can't see or take any actions, so you're basically blind when you're crouching, but not helpless. And you can end the crouch just by standing or moving. But you can use it to cut. It's a gray cloak. It can cover your face, and if you crouch in it, they have to make a will save to attack you, or they will not want to attack you because who would hit a coward?
Sweet.
So yeah.
I say thank you.
She says, "Oh, it was your father's, so our fathers."
Yeah.
I think he would have wanted you to have it.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna drink the tea.
All right. You feel refreshed and energized and ready to leave.
I'm gonna give her a hug and say thank you, sister. I'll be back sooner than later, but only to say hello. My travels take me elsewhere. Hopefully, I find Juwan. She's off doing her own thing, but hopefully we can both pay you visits.
Just Juwan's around too. I'm sure she'll pay a visit. I know she loves home, and she's always welcome here. I'm sure she'll be right behind you.
Okay. I'm going to continue going to the Ninja Guild.
Alright, you go to Arabane, to the outskirts of Arabane, which is kind of the rundown part of the city. A lot of the houses are dilapidated, but that's where a lot of the Kitsune live. In human form, they kind of hide out. They look kind of derelict. But underneath it all, there is a hidden criminal organization called the Velox, and you go to one of the old hideouts and start asking around. You find one of these old houses that seems to be one of the places where the Velox would gather. You try to get inside. You would remember the password, so I can give it to you. Anyone else, they wouldn't be able to get in. But you remember the password is live to kill die.
Live to kill die.
Alright, so you say live to kill die.
Yep.
And they let you in. And you enter what looks like the Velox main headquarters. There, you see your twin brother, Jean Arbray.
John!
He's also 50 years older. But he's a ruthless guy. So he still looks a lot like you, just a little bit older. He's got gray streaks in his hair. But yeah, he seems excited to see you, and he says, Jacques, that cannot be you. You do not look a day older. Who are you really? Have you come to kill me? I trust no one. And he pulls out a dagger.
I say, Jean, it's me.
He says, no. You, my brother, disappeared 50 years ago. You cannot be him.
I'm gonna think I swear it's me.
Prove it.
It's me. Prove it. How do you think I got in here? And I'm gonna do this. twin talk thing.
Oh,
Because we speak twin talk.
you
It's
do.
like family.
All right, he does it right away. He recognizes, Jacques, it is you. The secret twin language. No one else would know this. He's so happy to see you. Yeah, kiss, 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 kiss. Mwah, mwah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you have a very happy reunion. He says, welcome back to the Velox. We are still striking back at those filthy humans in our bane. Have you come to rejoin us and fight the revolution? He says, with you on our side, I'm sure we will fuck with those humans real good.
Brother, we will fuck with anyone.
Yeah. He says, you see,
Yeah, fuck with people.
we fuck with them. They get fucked with because of us. We've recruited many humans. The times have changed, you know. It used to be all humans were very racist against Kitsune, but there are many turncoats now. Our following is growing. We believe we can share cultures and have a better way of life instead of living on the outskirts of town off the scraps of the humans.
I'm gonna offer my leader to speak. How can I help?
He says, we have plans, you see. We have plans. The Office of Central Forces, see? We want to break into there and break out some prisoners.
Okay, what's the game plan?
He says, well, there is a Oriad. You know what this is?
Do not.
He's like Rockman. Man made of rock.
Okay.
He helped break out some of our men from the prison. He wants to break back in to free his monkey friend? I don't know. But he's gonna help us break out some more. Maybe you could give him a hand.
I can. Do you care to join me on this?
He says, I run the operations here. I'm getting too old to do the breaking and the entering.
Can a few Kitsune come and help me out?
He says, go meet with the Oriad. You could set up a crew. I'll give you a couple of guys. Maybe 4 or 5 guys come with you.
Okay.
He says, go next door in the cot over there is a guy. Big rock. You don't know him when you see him. He's made of rock.
I go like this.
Alright, he says, hey, good to see you, Jacques.
They go, the pleasure is all mine, brother.
There's your accent. I thought you had lost it. Have you been gone away so long you no longer talk like this? This is the way we talk.
I know,
Twin language. It's a secret twin language. You guys don't know what I said, but he does. And the Kitsune look at you like he's weird, but... and you head to the room next door where an Oriad... Yeah. You head next door where an Oriad named Alec Holland is waiting.
I'm gonna approach this Alec Holland. John, I'm over here to ask you if you would assist me in a free zone break. Free zone break?
Free zone.
Because I'm Cajun now.
Not French.
An old drunk guy said he'd help me out, save my monkey earlier. How about you help me steal a cask of ale, and we work from there?
Okay. Alright, where?
2 people steal a cask of ale, and we'll just make a day of it.
Okay.
First
So,
the ale, then the prison break.
Yeah, it's a 2-tier.
Alright, where's the ale? Is it
You
here?
scratch my liking, you know.
Where's the ale at?
We just gotta go to the bar. Well, the local tavern. Sorry.
Alright, I whisper to you, go in there, act drunk, make a scene.
I can do that. I can do
Yeah,
more than that.
do that and I'll take care of the rest.
Alright.
Alright,
Okay.
you guys head to the tavern.
I put on my robe of human guys.
Alright, you put on your human guy's robe, and you take an appearance that's more human-like. All fleshy and stuff.
Before
Which is
we,
weird to you, of course. You kind of look at your skin for a while, and poke it. It's weird.
Before he walks into the bar, like as he walks in the bar, I want to slip my ring on.
Alright, so you vanish all of a sudden. Alec, you of course notice this, that your friend has just disappeared.
I take 2 damage.
By the way, whenever you're walking to the bar, were you in Kitsune form or human form?
I was in Kitsune.
Someone noticed you as you were walking towards the bar and noticed you vanish, and right away, 2 guards rush over and ask this large human-looking guy, where'd that Kitsune go?
What?
That Kitsune, that was right. He was right in front of you. You didn't see him?
most of the time.
Man, maybe we thought we saw something. I could have swore I did.
Have you been drinking?
Well, not yet. Are you offering?
Would you like
Yeah.
Whoa, let's go tie one on, man.
Yes.
All right, and two guys follow you into the bar.
While the door's closing, I want to like
Sneak
jump
in.
in.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh baby, you know I got that.
Yeah,
Come on.
but you still gotta roll it.
Right now. 23.
Yeah. You're able to sneak in behind them without them noticing, quietly.
I'm gonna watch and see what Alec. What was it? Alec Baldwin.
You can call me Alex.
Alec.
Oh, Alex,
Yeah.
fine.
Alec. Good old Alec. I want to see what Alec is doing with these guards, and then I want to slowly make my way behind the bar, avoiding traffic with people
Yeah.
moving around.
Cool. Well, I immediately buy 4 ales.
2 for you, 2 for them.
Yeah, 2 for them. I drink 1, and I pour 1 out to my god, San Wukong,
Word.
for my homie.
Yeah, for your homies. Dope.
And I cheers them, and I go, good work today, guys.
Yeah. Well, it would have been better if we would have found that Kitsune and beat him up, but I guess you can't win them all.
Yeah, I'm still just like, I don't know what you're talking about, but it's a pleasure.
So I don't know. How do you
all
feel
right.
about Kitsune, brother? Are you interested in joining our cause?
And tell me what you're doing.
Well, we just really hate Kitsune, and we think they should be wiped off the face of the earth altogether.
I go, as a human being, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, well, you should come over to the meeting tonight. We got a meeting hall downtown. You can come check out a meeting. You can, sign up. We'll give
I
you
love
a
a good hate rally.
free robe with a hat. Yeah. There's a lot of perks, man. All right, man. You come check it out. And he gives you. He writes down the address.
Oh, God. All right. We probably.
join up and then murder them
Exactly.
all.
I'm wearing clothes. I can. Yeah. I'll be there.
All right, so yeah, you're making this conversation with these drunk assholes. What do you do during this time, Jacques?
I'm making my way towards the entrance that goes behind the bar,
Uh-huh.
and I kind of want to crouch down behind the ale that Bobby's looking for, avoiding the bartender that's moving back and forth. What
Okay.
kind of race is the bartender?
The bartender looks human.
Okay. Oh, great. Yeah, so I just want to dodge him while I'm behind the bar and find the ale. And I have my bag of holding.
Okay.
So...
Yeah,
like,
behind the bar you see several casks of ale waiting to be tapped for later that night.
Okay. Can I wait till he's not looking, the bartender, while I'm crouched down?
I'd like to order another round of drinks.
Okay,
for
you
my
do.
friends here. And I don't know. Hey, bartender, would you like a drink as well?
Oh, excellent distraction. That will help. So the bartender comes over to you and pours himself a shot, and one for you and his friends, and he says, "Oh, you with these guys?"
Oh, I love these guys.
It says, "Drinks on the house, man."
While he's doing that...
Human power.
While he's doing that, can I shove one of the ales into my bag of holding?
Yeah, I'll let you use that as a distraction. Roll me a stealth check, add an extra +2 to it. You're going to do fine, because you already have 1,000,000 stealth, but...
25.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's good enough. You're able to sneakily slip the bag over one of the casks of ale, and it becomes weightless, and it's now in your bag of holding.
Okay, and I'm just going to wait it out until I get another distraction. Kind of just like hang back. Invisible.
I mean, you could probably sneak out right now while he's taking the shot with him. You can do that pretty quickly. I'll let that be 2 rounds before he walks back out there.
I thought he needed 2 of them.
Why not?
I mean, I'm sure he'll take 2, but yeah. So you want to take your time and steal another one?
Yeah, why not?
Would you like to continue to distract him there, Alec?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
All right.
while we're drinking for free, guys, human power.
Human power. Well, let us educate you on some of the finer points of human power. And they start going into their whole spiel about why humans are better than Kitsune, and why you shouldn't marry outside of your race, and all kinds of other horrible things. But they're very well distracted, and the bartender's there like, yeah, fuck him. He's agreeing with them, and he seems well distracted.
I rolled a natural 20 on stealing another one.
You can steal 2 more.
Okay.
All right, there's now only 1 uncorked barrel of ale left. So you've stolen 3 of the 4 barrels.
While Bobby is still distracting them, I want to start making my way to the exit, and whenever someone exits, I want to sneak out the door real quick.
All right, so you go ahead and sneak out with your shit.
All right. I'll see you guys at the.
real fast and come back down.
I'll see you guys at the rally. I'm super excited. Excited.
That's how you can tell you're drunk. Yeah.
Human. They're making course.
Yeah. So yeah, you've noticed that the casts of ale have gone missing, so you assume that your friend has finished his job, and you hope he's not like the other Kitsune who ran off earlier. So you head back to the Velik's lair?
Do I have time between the rally and go back and talk to...
Yeah, it's not till later that evening. It's pretty early in the day now. These are day drinkers, so...
First of all, I'm like, holy shit, dude. Well, I'm like,
Well, it's
holy
dusk,
shit, you
but-
can turn invisible. That's pretty neat. Thanks for telling me about that in advance. That was nice.
I didn't feel like you should know that knowledge. I told you I'd do you a favor.
Well, hey, that was really, on a lighter note, that was pretty great. All right, let's go get this old drunk guy the booze and see how he feels about it, because I think he'll be pretty happy. Also, let's probably drink one of those ourselves.
Give me 2 and you keep 1. 2 for you, 1 for me.
Exactly.
All right, you guys return to the lair. How many casts do you keep, and how many do you give to the guy?
I'll give him all to Alec and be like, you decide. It's really not my thing.
Yeah, so I guess 2 for him, 1 for the doctor.
All right, so you show up with 3 huge barrels of ale, and you hand 2 to this guy, and then you take 1 to yourself and pop the cork and start drinking straight out of the barrel.
Okay. I want to go in the bathroom, take my ring off, and shapeshift into a human form.
All right, you do that.
Okay. And then walk out of the bathroom.
All right, immediately a bunch of foxes jump out of nowhere and all have knives pointed at you.
Okay.
They say, "Are you a turncoat?"
No. I'm just gonna, right in front of him, just back to my normal self.
They go,
I
"Oh."
was trying to do something, guys!
They're like, "Don't do that in here, man. You know how we feel about the humans."
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
I didn't have that. I should have known that.
Oh.
But I'm gonna go back into that form now because I'm trying to get in on these humans that are trying to wipe us out. You guys
It
cool?
says, "Well,
You guys-
it says, let's do it outside. Don't put on your
Okay.
human face in here.
Okay.
That's not necessary in here. We're proud of being Kitsune here."
Hey, I'm proud of being Kitsune. I'm just trying to...
It says, "We only take our human form to blend in. We stay out of human form as much as possible. We don't think we should have to turn into human form to walk around. We should be able to stay Kitsune all the time. It's all right."
Okay.
Okay.
Time to go meet back up with Bobby.
Jacques goes back and meets with Alec in the other room and prepares for their big jailbreak. So you guys can start making plans for that, and I'll switch to the ladies.
The ladies!
Alright, so the ladies are on our way from Westport to Southport.
Yep, and you guys are just outside of Southport. Osk is fainted, and you guys have covered him with a canopy, but he still seems very weak, and it's too bright here. You guys are kind of have to keep him under the canopy. You even have to get some of your soldiers to kind of carry him if you're going to move.
Alright,
if you're going to move any at all,
How
really.
many soldiers do we have with us again?
10.
I'm going to ready in action my level 4 spell, summon a shelter for me and Osk.
Alright.
These guys figure out what's up, but I'm going to try to do stuff in the meantime. We need to start coming up with a game plan there, Pats. Oregon. Yeah. What's our game plan here? We have to assault Southport. What's the point? What are we trying to do here?
Well, I'm just going to say I need to go to Southport, and I have to handle some personal business.
You sneaky fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, well, oh Captain, my Captain, what are we supposed to be doing here? Are we just trying to sack the city, or are we trying, I don't recall what the game plan was.
I also don't remember what we're supposed to do.
Can we do a knowledge history check and try to figure
So I
out...
remember what you walked down the road for? Sure.
Yes.
Patrick got a note from the general who said he had to get a crystal.
Oh,
Supposed to
there's
get
a crystal in Southport? Okay.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Okay, yeah. I'm down for that as well. I just have to go off if we go to Southport and go to a hotel or something. I just have to go run some errands.
Okay,
Well,
while we're trying to sack the city with 10 guards, you're just going to go to the hotel.
No,
That's what you're telling me?
I can sack the city with you. I didn't know if we're going immediately in and just gonna go, head first into a city with just 10 people.
Well, I mean, we could try to infiltrate a little bit before we go in and try to figure out where we need to go. We can set up, I can still drop my shelter outside, leave our 10 guards in there, and the 3 of us can go in and try to do a little reconnaissance.
Yeah, scout the city out. That's what I was saying. Like, we can just
That sounds like a good plan.
go look around.
The 10 guards and Osk will leave in the tent.
All right. So you leave your 10 guards and Osk in this hut. They're kind of cramped in there. Meanwhile, while you guys were out at sea for like 8 or 9 months now, you guys have been gone, Pleek Norfidgets has become a member of the Drow Elite and had time to return the Golden Orb of Heaven to the town, which I assume Pleek did.
Yeah, we can assume I did that.
All right, Pleek did that. So Pleek returned the orb, and did you implicate anyone in this crime?
Oh well, I implicated those ladies, Morgan and Cersei.
All right, so you returned the orb to the temple, to the old man at the temple, and you implicate those two ladies and stealing the crystal. And he says, "No, I don't believe it. They seem so honest and good. I need you to roll a bluff check."
Alright. Ooh, that's a 19 plus my bluff modifier.
It's gonna be enough. I only rolled a 12 plus 3.
23.
Yeah. He says, but you do have the orb, and I don't know why, if you say they took it and you got it back from them, then he says, then we owe you a great debt, and we'll keep an eye out for them. He says, that we won't allow them back into our town again. He says, we appreciate everything you've done for us. And he says,
Of course.
you're always welcome here. Feel free to join the Blinding Light Guild if you feel like you could be an adventurer for good.
I appreciate your offer, and I look forward to our good relationship in the future.
All right, yeah. So you deliver the golden orb, and then you probably leave Southport, correct?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Did you want to spam some time breeding your spiders?
Well, then, yeah, I would like to see if I can get Norbit and Harriet to mate.
All right. Roll me a percentage chance.
Alrighty. Oh, 7%.
They don't seem to want a couple. At least for the first couple months, they seem to avoid each other. The male spider seems scared of Harriet.
Yeah, for good reason. Okay, well, then perhaps I'll spend some time training Norbit, some tricks, combat training, perhaps. I'll train him in combat.
All right, you can do that. It's going to take several weeks for you to roll that. So you can either take a 20 on it, and because you have all this time to spam, or you can roll for it.
Just take the 20.
You take the 20.
Harriet needs to get her constitution back up.
Yeah. At this point in time, she's had plenty of time to heal all that. It's been more than that number of days.
We'll hang out in the forest and just train up. And
All right. So yeah, Norbert is able to learn the attack commands in that period of time. You want to try and mate them again?
yeah, let's try it again.
Now that he knows how to attack?
Oh, 41% now.
All right, so he seems less afraid of Harriet, but they still don't couple.
Yeah. All right. I guess. How much time have we spent now?
So far, you've spent about 6 months. You got about 3 more months till you're caught up in time with those dudes.
All right. So maybe I want to spend the next 3 months exploring the Darkwood Forest, looking for my gnome father. What was his name? I don't know. I can't.
Periphery.
Yeah. So because they all moved, right? And so they moved their secret village. So
You don't know that yet, but whenever you go looking for the secret village that you followed the others to, you'll find it gone.
Gone, right. So I'll do that, I'll find it's gone, and then I'll spend the next couple months systematically exploring the forest.
All right. For the next 3 months, you spend time with your 2 spiders looking through the forest. Roll me 1 more % for mating chance while they're out there doing that.
38.
Yeah, so they seem too busy hunting. They're not into
They're
it.
not a pair. They're not a match. Yeah.
Yeah. But they do follow you out and hunt together, and, you have 2 hunting spiders in the forest. You, after that period of time, are still having trouble turning anything up on this gnome village.
Okay. So I've searched, I can't find them. Alright. And, I've done everything my uncle has asked, right? The Southport.
Yeah, you can go ask for further instructions if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Westport and talk to my uncle.
You arrive back at Westport, and your uncle is waiting for you. Here, I have Gearforged troops, which is a process that your uncle developed. He was the first wizard to create Gearforged troops out of dead soldiers or dying or injured soldiers. He has a troop of 10 Gearforged soldiers prepared to meet the adventurers when they return to town and travel with them. He says they're going to be helping us recover one of the crystals, hopefully. He says, what I need you to do is make sure that happens. He says, even if maybe they can just lead you to a crystal and you can recover it for us, he says, but we need to recover all of the crystals and bring them back here.
Okay,
It says,
I will not fail you all.
says these 10 troops will be embedded with them and you'll have to follow from a distance, but keep an eye on them.
I will not fail you all.
All right. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah, so I'll just, keep my eye out from a
All right.
distance. I'll hide up in the trees and be a sneaky spider-riding badass.
All right.
That's what I'll do.
So you do that in the town, too. So they arrive back at Westport on a military vessel. They get their 10 troops. You witness all of this. Morgan receives a letter, and then they go to a military house, and you watch them as they all go inside. And then they leave the next day and head towards this town of Southport. You see their orc, Aransi, pass out from the trees of the Darkwood Forest. You're at a distance, you can barely see them, but you're watching them, you see what they're doing. You see they've summoned a hut for their Aransi, and the 10 troops have gone inside, and they're going into Southport without the troops. So you'll know that you want to watch what they're doing. Because there aren't troops there to watch them for you, basically.
Yeah, so I'll still, I'm just going to keep watching them. I'll find out what my play is later. Just
Cool.
react.
All right, so yeah, you three are just outside of Southport. You've hidden your troops in a hut.
Yeah, Cersei, you want to head inside and do a little sneaking about? Go to the tavern, see what's going on, shit like that? Yeah. Alright, let's do it.
All right, so Cersei, Morgan, and Vortiga walk into Southport.
Well, I think we should honestly cover more ground. Can we do a perception check to see the bars and inns in the town, like how many there are?
Yeah, there's only one bar in town that you can see, and these other guys would know that because they've been here before.
What's it called?
Eclipse Tavern, I think. Let me double check, but
Yeah, it's Eclipse. It's the Eclipse Tavern.
yes.
I just had to make sure. Okay.
You want to head there? To the bar?
Yep.
Get some drinks?
Yeah. I'm gonna actually go to the store first, and
I'll put you at the store as well.
okay.
So you guys head into town and walk towards the White Market.
Hey there.
Yeah.
All right, as soon as you guys enter town, several members of the Blinding Light Guild come out armed with great swords, running towards your group. And they say, stop. Thieves.
I'm going to say, hail friends, I'm a member of your guild, or attempting to become a member of your guild. I was searching for a golden orb that a little gnome named Cleek stole, and we've returned trying to find out more information.
It says that was months ago, and Pleek Norfish is the one that returned the orb, and she implicated you in the crime.
Because he's the one who had it the entire time, honestly.
Says, do you have a way to prove that?
That's not a bluff check. No, but I can just be as honest and diplomatic as possible.
They stare at you and they look into your eyes and they say, you seem
29.
like an old soul. We're inclined to give people second chances. That's the way we do things here in Southport. We don't want to rush to judgment. Maybe what you say is true.
I never got my first chance.
We'll give you a second chance. Well, they weren't trying to attack you. We'll give you a second chance to prove that you are good. But you must take the mark of goodness. This is how you can prove to us that you are not here under evil intentions.
Also, what are the race of these creatures?
Drow, right?
They're drow?
They look like elves. You can roll a perception check to see if they look like drow to you, but
Okay.
Natural one.
I got a 1.
they look like elves to you.
I'll just tell him what we know. That they're drow.
And this is the Guild of Light?
Yeah, it's like a very religious town.
So if you guys will accept the mark of justice, they'll let you freely wander by the city. If not, they'll ask you to leave. But if you do any evil acts, you will take a -6 to an ability score.
I don't like that.
You have to have a wish to break enchantment or miracle or remove curse to get rid of it.
Yikes.
I'm gonna do a diplomacy check and be like, trust me, good sir, I don't need the mark of justice. Ooh, that's only an 8.
If you are a good aligned creature, not here to do any harm, you would have no fear of taking this mark. If you are too scared to take this mark, then we're afraid we can't have you in our town.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna intimidate him. And
No!
trust me.
I kicked Morgan slightly. Just slightly. Cha!
All right, you nudge Morgan. When you see her, like, her trigger finger starts twitching, and you just kick Morgan in the shins.
Alright, I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna leave town.
Alright.
Morgan turns around and walks out of town, back towards the shelter, I assume.
I'm going to roll diplomacy and say that I'm here just to visit the hallowed ground of the graveyard. It's only going to be 18.
Yeah. They say, I'm sorry you've been accused of a crime, and we don't feel safe. Well, you know what? You know what?
I have no evidence I committed it.
How about this? The hallowed ground, you couldn't go there if you were evil. So how about this? We'll walk with you to the hallowed ground. We'll escort you there, and we'll stay with you while you're there. And you can go there, and then when you're done, we can talk about either you accepting the mark of justice or leaving. She says, but if you just want to visit the hallowed ground, we are all about second chances. We can find a way to make that work for you.
All right. Well, I want to go there.
All right, you go to there. Vortiga, what do you do?
I'm going to the inn.
All right, you separate as Cersei walks to the graveyard. You go to the inn.
Yes.
All right, Cersei, you go to the graveyard with 3 escorts from the Blinding Light Guild.
All right. I am going to sit down and pray to Urgathoa, ask for her guidance in dealing with this situation. And while I'm praying, in no offense to Urgathoa, I'm going to cut my hand, drop a little bit of blood on the hallowed ground, just as a sacrifice. But while that's happening, and hopefully as a bit of a distraction, I want to take a couple of my empty vials. I want to scoop up some hallowed dirt.
Okay, you scoop up some hallowed dirt.
3 vials of hallowed dirt, please.
Okay, I allow it. You have 3 vials of hallowed dirt.
Which you said I couldn't. There's no way to summon undead on, correct?
You're correct.
All right, good.
Yeah, they don't seem to notice that, they're there, but they aren't seem to be paying too much strict attention to you, so you do all this, unfettered. Urgathoa says, look underground.
All right. I'll ask the Queen of Queasiness for help further in giving me a little more of a direct answer, or pointing me in the correct area or direction. Roll a diplomacy with her, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's going to be a 27.
She says, follow Vortiga.
All right. I'm going to take my vials, and I will say thank you, Urgathoa, and ask to be escorted to my friend at the inn.
All right, they take you to the inn, where Vortiga is.
All right. I'm going to go walk up to Vortiga and be like, what up, lady? What's going on? What's the haps?
You're still being followed by 3 guys, of course, but...
That's fine. I have nothing to hide. I've done nothing wrong.
Just grabbing a drink, schmoozing, trying to talk to some people, see what's up.
Very well. Well, I'm gonna be upfront with you and say that I spent some time on the hallowed graveyard, and my deity told me that I should stick with you. I might perhaps be able to help you in whatever situation you are involved in.
Oh, really? Well, I could most likely use some help in the situation I might find myself in very soon, but I just need to kind of look around the bar right now and see if I see anyone I maybe recognize, and I need to talk to them one-on-one real quick. But yes, I always enjoy help.
All right. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Enthrall, which for the duration of an entire hour, I can captivate every single person within, it's something like 50 feet.
This is the size of this bar, you're fine, yeah.
As long as I'm moving around constantly, singing and dancing, or using my juggling kit. So I'm going to do that for an hour.
So Cersei distracts the crowd while you try to talk to the bartender, but the bartender also now seems distracted by Cersei.
Alright, I'm going to use So I can check the alignment of the bar.
Okay.
Detect evil.
All right, you do detect some evil. Especially the bartender, but some of the other customers as well.
Okay, then I'll particularly have interest with the bartender. Then if Cersei's enthralling everyone, I'm gonna have to get his attention somehow. By enthralled, does that mean if I knocked him the fuck out, no one would notice?
Probably, because they're not gonna turn around and pay attention.
Alright.
Judo chop him.
Yeah, that's all I know how to do, Scott.
Brian, what time of day is this?
Midday.
Oh, so it's bright out.
It's very bright out in Southport almost all the time, but in the bar it's pretty dark.
Well, I was trying to think if I could sneak back into town, but probably won't go well.
Not if you're a wanted criminal.
Never mind.
I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get this man's attention. I might actually get to use command on this. And I can either make him approach, drop, fall, flee, or halt. So I might try to make him flee.
Alright, you cast command flee on the bartender. He opens a trap door behind the bar and runs downstairs.
Okay, I'm going to hop over the bar and follow him.
Alright, you do. You hop over the bar, barely knocking over anything at all, and you follow him down the stairs. And when you get downstairs, you see he's hiding in a corner, and there are several drow looking up to see what he's running from, and you walk downstairs, and all the drow pull swords on you.
I say, "Whoa! I am Fortiga, and I've been sent here to meet some people from my organization. I got my diplomacy roll.
Yeah.
I got 14 on diplomacy.
A very bony, thin, white-haired drow, female, smoking a very long, what looks like some sort of cigarette, walks up and says, "Who are you?"
I am Fortiga, the HBI.
Hey, where have you been? We called for you like months ago.
I know I got in a little bit of a pinch and got sidetracked from getting here on time. I ended up in West Linya, and somehow I eventually got back, thank goodness.
Oh, sounds like quite a tale or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, here's what's going on, okay? I am the leader of the weakest of the drow houses, and I know this. But I've been praying to my demon lord Mephistopheles, and I've been able to find the body of an imperial underworld dragon that was slain over 50 years ago. It's buried underneath this town.
Go on.
Well, I've sewn it back together and patched up some bits with the animal hide, and I want to animate it and prove my worth to the other drow and assert my dominance. Maybe take control of the larger two houses.
And if you don't mind my asking, what is your name?
My name's Dangi.
Dangy?
Dangi Antumbra. I am the leader of the Antumbra house. I own the Tavern of the Eclipse.
Well, I would love to help you with your situation in getting the dragon back to power.
Excellent. Well, the biggest problem is a dragon body's very large. So I can't move the body, and for some reason, I can't seem to bring it back to life.
What can I do to help you bring it back to life?
Oh, we need to find some kind of powerful witch who could desecrate the hallowed ground somehow.
Oh, I think I may know just the person for that.
And if you could just kind of fuck with the elves up there in Southport.
I would love to, but
They're so goody-goody. Just smash things up a bit. I called for you because you came very highly recommended for smashing things.
I would love to do that.
It said on your dossier, good at smashing, and so I thought there's a lot of glassworks in this town and things. I thought you would just be a natural fit.
That's what I do. That's why I have this great axe. I've just been having some trouble with the guards recently. Those elves up there with my two friends coming in because they're trying to get them to join the white. What is it? White.
The Blinding Light Guild. Those goody two shoes.
Blinding Light Guild. Yes.
Makes me want to barf.
Enjoy them either. They seem very pretentious.
Oh, definitely. They're no fun. They never come in here and drink. I don't make 1 penny off those no good do-gooders.
Well, if I could get my two friends safely into the town, my witch friend is in the bar dancing, but she's going to be escorted out very shortly. Is there any underground entrance or a tunnel or any maneuverability with the guards to get into the town? And also, where would the underground entrance be underneath to the dragon lair?
No, it's this through the hall here. He says, this area you're in now is our drow cabinet hall underground. As you can see, it's not very large, it's not very fancy. The other ones are much better decorated than mine, but mine is only 50 feet away from the body of a dead dragon, so I've got that going for me.
Very nice.
If you go through this passage right here, you can see it.
Oh, really? I would greatly like to see it. But what is the passage from outside of the walls into the town beyond the main gate? Is there any way to get in?
Well, the only way into this hall from this town is through my tavern. From the underground caverns, well, they all connect. My house connects to the Penumbra house, and that connects to the Umbra house. But the caverns are pretty dangerous.
They are?
Well, it's full of wild animals and beasts and such. You could probably handle yourself.
Yeah.
Just a warning, just, out of the goodness of my drow's heart.
Yeah, so could you show me where the entrance to it is outside of the wall?
Well, the next entrance would be in Westport.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Underneath their hall is their drow hall, underground, and those caverns connect vis-a-vis other caverns to these caverns. And then there's one in Northport,
I love
underneath
this guy.
their hall.
This guy's amazing.
I'm a lady.
It's like Dr. Girlfriend.
I know about it.
Yes, I have a very raspy voice.
I smoked 12 cartons of Newport.
I do smoke very long cigarettes.
Corella the Bill over here. Well, I would love to go see your dragon. Can I go look at the dragon?
Right.
Yeah, you can go perception check the dragon.
Alright. I go perceive the dragon. Natural 1.
It's very dark in the cavern, and to you it just looks like a big, dead body. Nothing to look at, really, just a giant corpse. It's in various states of decay. Looks pretty crappy.
Can I try to...
You're
create
losing
light?
faith in this lady's plan very quickly.
Can I create light so I can get a better look at it?
Yeah. Cast light, and then you can do another perception check.
Alright, I cast light, and I got 10.
So yeah, you can see a little bit better, but it still just looks like a big, giant dragon corpse.
Yeah, I mean, nothing.
Doesn't look that impressive when it's dead. And you came from the mountains of West Linya when there used to be a lot of dragon hunting and stuff, so you've seen lots of dead dragon bodies in your life. To you, it's not impressive. You've seen dead dragons lying around before. No big deal.
Outside of the game, could you detect an alignment of a dead creature?
No, it doesn't have an alignment when it's dead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head out then.
Okay, you head back out up to the bar.
Yeah, I head back up to the bar.
On your way out, Dangy says, Wait.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I could help you.
Oh, I'd love some help.
She says, how many guys are following your friend?
3?
She says, okay, well, I'm gonna follow you upstairs. They're all enthralled, right?
Yes.
Alright, we gotta make this really quick. And she follows you upstairs, and she touches each one of them on the head. And says, don't worry, now they won't remember why they even came in here. And she goes back downstairs.
Well, can I bring Cersei down?
Yeah, you can go get Cersei and bring her down to the Drow Caverns with you, and you guys can hide out down there.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Cool. The Drow will also offer you a bonus for finding a witch that can do what she needs so quickly.
Awesome.
Let's see, you can either take a hero point or roll a d6.
I'll roll a d6.
Alright.
3.
You get the Shoes of the Firewalker.
Yes!
Yeah, they're low-cut, polished red leather shoes. You get fire resistance of 10, and you can walk on top of lava and magma, just like Water Walk spell, but on magma only, and lava. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, that's badass. That's fucking badass.
It's only on your feet, so I could still like put fire on your face and you wouldn't get it. But as far as your feet are concerned, 10 points that you would never, your feet are never gonna get hurt by fire ever, pretty much.
Unless if you can wear the shoe on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it as a hat.
Just saying.
Well, the Dungeon Master still has a few gifts left for his adventurers in his bag of holding. And next time to find out what they are and what those crazy guys do next. On Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.
Bye.